Hi folks, welcome to Wednesday. It's about 11 a.m. It is August 14th, about 68 degrees in here. It's probably a little warmer outside. Beautiful day. My panels were just charged and they went back to discharge. Maybe by the end of this video they'll be back in a charged place. Anyway, as I said, beautiful day out here, nice blue sky. Figured I'd check on a couple of things before I went in for my Wednesday nap. First thing I checked on was this tire. This is the one with the pretty good hole in it. I slimed it. I mean, it looks like it's holding for now. So I guess that's a good thing. I was going to work on the China Quad, but feeling a little dopey today, so a little tired. Getting ready to go in for a nap. So I don't think that'd probably be the wisest thing to do. Probably I'll just get frustrated. That if I had to describe that bike, I'd probably call that bike a mistake. The China Quad here, it doesn't fit with the rest of the fleet at all. The rest of the fleet, they're all Hondas, a few Yamahas, I guess that Kawasaki Mule, but generally speaking, it just doesn't fit with the fleet. So I shouldn't have got it, and I definitely shouldn't have spent $200 on it. A much better price would have been $75 or so, not a couple $100, especially for the troubles it's causing me. I guess I was looking at it, and I was looking at it from a parts point of view. That if I the tires and the disc brakes, and I can put the disc brakes on something else and all. But that's not really the way one should look at a bike. One should try to figure out what they're going to do with it. Well, I'm officially wearing my my sunglasses and all, because I was going to take a moment and actually talk to the camera here, something I normally don't do that much of. Okay, let's give this a shot, see how it works out. I don't know, am I in the picture here? Yeah, I don't know how well this is going to work. I'm not sure if you guys could hear the camera. I'm not sure how well you can see. I've spoken about work a few times, and I've mentioned that things were starting to get interesting. Some friends of mine had lost their jobs, and things were kind of tough for them. Well, I was visiting with one of my friends, particularly who lost his job last night, and it's just been devastating to him and his family. He was making big money, big job. His name or his title had the word senior in front of it, which is kind of a big deal where I work. And they just let him go. 34 years, I think, he had been with the company, and they let him go. I mean, he got a pretty good severance package, but it doesn't help much when you have a mortgage on the house and two cars that are kind of worn, and a daughter that's only that's going to be a junior in high school, right? Kind of, you got a lot of things you want to do, and you're not working. The other thing is, just to give you guys a clue, some of you younger folks, not the easiest thing in the world for a 50-something-year-old to get a job, especially if your 50-something is almost 60. Not a lot of people out there hiring folks, especially if you bring a big title, and they kind of see the title and what you've done, and they're almost afraid to insult you by offering you a job with less pay. Anyway, So I've been with the company for 32 years, and for the first time in my 32 years, I'm actually getting hit with some of their cutbacks. The first week of September, I've been furloughed. I'm to stay home, and you know, they are paying us 1/3 pay. I guess that's good, right? A lot of people get furloughed with no pay. So, I mean, in my case, I'm going to be home, but at 1/3 pay. Well, actually, because I work nights and I won't be getting the premium, it'll be more like 25% pay. So, I mean, the money is one thing, which is, you know, we can kind of make our way around. I'll just, you know, cut back on my allowance for the first half of the month, and you know, we'll have to behave ourselves a little bit. But it's not the money. It's just strange, though, to have a constant in your life suddenly, you know, not be a constant, right? This is the first time I've been hit with a furlough type action. I guess what I'm going to call this video is a little bit of lost in place, you know. For those of you who have a good job or a good skill, a good ability, you know, I guess one has to be very thankful for that, because things do change. I never thought that I would be kind of out of work for a week. You know, when you've worked for 32 plus years, you know, you have your place that you go, and you have the people you work with, and you know, you have all your little routines and jokes and fun and all that. I mean, obviously one always enjoys vacation, but a vacation is something you kind of take when you choose to take it. This furlough thing is a new experience for me, and I find myself thinking about it quite a bit. So, yeah, anyway. So, now you've seen my sunglasses and my hat. I hope you guys are all thrilled. Getting back to stuff in here, just to spend the last couple of minutes. I need to unclog. I'm going to call my life clogged at this moment. I need to unclog myself. So this guy, this 185, 200X with the 185 motor, she's got to be a high priority, get this done and get this out. Then I really want to prioritize this mess here and create a workspace. That guy there has to move, whether it goes into the back of the truck, wherever it goes, it's got to move. This guy too, it's got to finish getting put together. The tires have to go on it, and it's got to move out. I got to do some scrapping. I got to get moving on this junk. We're midway through August, and I got a lot of mess here to deal with. I saw a picture of a post and beam building, you know, and I looked at it and I said, boy, that'd make a great frame for a tarp barn, or tarp shed, or a tarp covering. So I saw it. I thought, I'm kind of thinking about it. I'm trying to figure out a good way that it would work. The temptation is to kind of put one on the side of the building here, and just kind of, I don't know if you guys could see my hand, kind of a lean-to type situation. Well, that'll be good. I can probably squeeze a couple of the golf carts in here. I have that E-Z-GO workhorse, and that still doesn't run, that I have to fix, right? Another project. And I got the club car that I just cut all the grass around. Anyway, those two should really get under cover. I'm going to go with the club car here on the outside, so I can just power it up and drive it right away. So that'll take care of 2 units. That guy should be covered up a lot better. I really shouldn't have it rotting out there. On the tractors, I made that huge list of tractors, 40 tractors, and I need to figure out which ones are going and which ones are staying. I'm a bit frustrated with myself on that too, because I kind of get hung up when something has a potential, something has a purpose, something could provide a solution, or something's kind of cool. I really don't want to get rid of it. But the problem is, with all this stuff floating around, I need to rethink that. I'll give you an example. This tractor here, it's an old Allison's, or Simplicity. Anyway, it's got a really cool transmission. The transmission is powered by the side. The pulley's on the side, so it's got a sideways pulley. A horizontal motor would drive the pulley directly. So really great rear end, but the front end seized. Rock seized. I have the engine is on it, and the engine looks like it's in pretty good shape, so that'll run too. I think it's a Briggs. Doesn't have the starter on the engine. Carburetor could use a little love and attention too. Anyway, really cool rear end in that. Make a great snow plow, put chains on it, big cast iron gears, would do wonderful things. So I'm hanging on to it, but one really has to ask themselves, why am I hanging on to it? You can see my batteries are charged now. If I want to plow snow, I can put a plow on any of these guys, or I got the 4x4 in the shed that I could put the plow on, or I could put the plow on this guy here, right? This big lumbering brute, this 350. So, I should probably just kind of say to myself, yo, stupid, lose the rear end. I kind of wish I lived a bit closer to Fearless Front. There's a lot of cool stuff in here that he would make very good use of. As near as I could tell from folks that I've had comment on my channel, I kind of get an idea where some of them live, and there's some in New Hampshire and Massachusetts, Ohio, England. I really, West Virginia, there's a D.W. Morgan lives upstate New York, around the Albany area. So, but there is not a Fearless Front type of guy who's going to build something interesting. So I need to either get to building things interesting with some of these pieces that I've saved up over the years, or I need to get rid of some of these pieces that I've saved up over the years. I guess to me the ideal vehicle, or a vehicle that I'd really love, or I keep conceptualizing, is one that I could walk up to. Better yet, go down the stairs, push a button, the garage door opens. I get in it, I turn a key, it starts, it runs, I drive it to wherever it wants to go, wherever I need it to go. It has the ability to pull, it has the ability to lift. It doesn't have to lift a lot, maybe some kind of little bit of a crane type situation with a cable and a winch, just something so I can kind of lift and drag things with it. Have it so that it's got a top on it, not completely weatherproof because it's not going to live outside, but weatherproof enough that I can sit in it should it be raining. I would love it if it was also able to push snow, and I'd even like if it had a little box in the back which sat like a generator and some tools and maybe even some gardening stuff, so that I can do that kind of stuff. Anyway, dream on, right? But if I'd love to build something like that. These guys here are all good for romping. They're good when friends come over and we chase each other around in circles. But from a practical point of view, from a useful point of view, I mean, occasionally they'll pull something, but normally what they're doing is they're dragging one of their fellow bikes around somewhere. So anyway, folks, I'm up to 15 minutes. I gotta let you go. Let's call this a rambling video. I'll catch you on the next episode of The Horde, probably Saturday or so. In the meantime, live, love, and have a great time. Tires down, handlebars up. And if you got a job, when it's good there, take care of it. If it's not good there, consider reinventing yourself before you get into your 50s, particularly your upper 50s. Or maybe hit the lottery and not have to work. All right, guys, take care.